Hey everybody, we're going to do a quick little market update. It's Chris with Recon Real Estate, brokered by EXP. This is going to be raw, right as I'm getting the data. So I'm just going to do a little quick update about Arenac County. And this is going to be a year-to-date performance for our county and how the market reflects from the data that I'm pulling. My first is going to be from RPR. That's a good resource that we use to kind of help us evaluate the market trends, homes sold, pending closed, et cetera. What has not sold, public data as well. Some of those that have transpired off of the market. So right now in Arenac County, we're showing it is still showing to be a seller's market with about 3.89% of the monthly inventory. And the list of sold price is around 97%. So the way I like to describe it to my buyer clients is if you list a home for $100,000, you're roughly going to get around $97,000 with a 49-day average days on market, median days on market, with a median sold price of $209,000. So the last month change has been about a negative 6%, and a 12 month it's been a plus 111.4%, with a median estimated value in our county of 209,360. And this is coming from a median way back. Let's go with July of '08, a median of $100,000. Correction, a median of $92,000 in Arenac County. That jumped up slightly in 2012 and then back down 14 and 15. And it's been a slow, steady climb back up to where we are today. And then looking at the active listings right now, 59 of those properties over the past month. So we're down zero point 0.4 or 4.8%. The total home value, total number of volume is about 17 million in active listings, with a median listing square foot of around 1,500 square foot. That would be a nice starter home. So I'm going to jump over from RPR, which is, again, that's a good source, but it's not the only source. So I'm going to go right into the MLS directly. So directly from the MLS, this is coming from my board of realtors, which is the Saginaw Board of Realtors. And I'm doing a market stat of Arenac County, and I'm pulling from every board that we have a reciprocity data share with. So that's coming from ABOR, ANR, BCAAR, CMAR. Oh my gosh, there's just a lot of boards in here, all the way up to just a multitude of board of realtors as of today. So this is a year. This is a year in full from the start of this year to today. So I'm looking at all of these columns here. I'm not sure. I'm trying to share my screen, but it doesn't look like it's going to allow me to do that. So I'll just kind of read it off, and we'll get better at these, and we'll throw up some more weekly kind of updates where I'm able to share my screen and you can actually see the data that I'm looking at to help you reflect what I'm reflecting to you. So right now we have a class which is going to be all of real estate. This doesn't include condos, rentals, et cetera, et cetera. This is just single family homes. So right now, anywhere from the all bed count from 0 beds to plus five bedrooms. So anything within that range of bedrooms, obviously, that's kind of where the metric is for us on this market stats sheet. So we're looking, if you're looking for your typical cookie cutter home, 3 bedroom plus how many ever baths. So around the 3 bedroom mark, we're around 114 listed year to date within every board that we reciprocate with. 84 of those per sold. So that really means that 73% of those homes that hit the market actually sold with a median list price of 204,000 and a median sold price of $190,000. So that gives you about a list to sale ratio of about 95%. So again, like I like to tell my home buyers and home sellers, hey, if you put a property on the market at a average or at the median sale price ratio of 95%, you put your house on the market for $100,000, you're expected to probably close around $95,000. $95,000, $95,000. But again, an average days on market, you're at 86 days on market. That's the average, with a mean on market 51 days. 11 of those expired. Okay. And so that would be around 9% of those expired, with a median list to sell price. So within those parameters. So again, that's a three bedroom cookie cutter, looking for that three bedroom home. As you start getting up into, so if we're looking at the four bedroom, which is a little bit extra, so you have a little bit bigger house home that you need to buy. Those were 29 throughout the year, 29. 15 of those sold, so 51 plus, so plus 51% of those homes were sold at an average of 92% list to sale value ratio. And those that closed days on market was over 138 for the average and around 68 for the median. So year to date, I mean, I don't think at the way that the market was and how we were experiencing things earlier this year, late last year, mid of last year, we were getting a little higher list to sell price. I still don't believe that 95% is a bad. We're looking at anywhere from we're going anywhere from this bedroom count, anywhere from 93% to even in the 5+ bedrooms, which was 8 listed and 8 sold at 99% list to sell ratio. That's a pretty good ratio overall. So sellers are, again, that's where they're driving. If we go back to RPR, they're saying in Arenac County, we're still a seller's market. We're on the midway from sellers to balanced market. If you could imagine a bar graph, if you will, the seller's market, balanced market in the middle, and then the buyer's market on the right side. Right in between there, you have balanced market. So if you could believe a slide coming from left to right, and for the seller's market, and then a balanced market, and then on this side you have a buyer's market, same slide. We're about halfway in between that seller's market, that halfway point in between seller's market and balanced market. Again, with that 91% list to sell ratio, to see a seller's market, a huge seller's market, that ratio would have to be well above 100. And then you would have to see months of inventory. You would have to see months of inventory a little bit. I mean, we're down 3.9% months of inventory, which is still, I think, probably reasonably low, especially over the last month. We've decreased 4.4 points. So I think we can probably do a little bit better. So if you know anyone who is looking to sell a home, regardless of that interest rate, wherever you may need to go, say if you got to relocate, or if you just want to downsize, especially if you want to downsize, it's a good time. I mean, the best time is now. And that's what I like to say, because you never know about the unforeseen. We have no idea what's going to happen next week. We have no idea what's going to happen 3 years from now. Oh, I want to sit on my house. I know I could downsize right now, but I really want to sit on this because I have a really low interest rate. Look, let's talk about that. Let's get you a plan together. We can get you in front of a lender. We can get you a good net sheet that can show you what you could be projected to pay out, to get paid out off of selling your home, and then you can speak with your lender about what that looks like in terms of your credit score and your interest rate, and we can partner that, and we can also get a lender on here to talk about what may happen if you were to sell your home, and you're sitting at a 2.2%, but you're downsizing, and you're buying a home that's a little bit cheaper, so you have some cash that you can bring over to help you purchase this new home. So lots of things that we can do to help you buy and or sell. Again, this is just a live look. We'll do a little bit more of these, and then we'll start bringing up some data to kind of show you how it goes. But again, if you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell, let me know, and we'll see you. Thanks. Bye.